before this microphone and Pro Tools. So crack by the playground. I don't touch my bank account, 200K in my PayPal. Weed growing, got a farm, nigga. Icy roll on my arm, nigga. Knew I was gonna blow soon as I detonated that bomb, nigga.
Daylyt.
Hey.
Man, this is an exciting moment for me, big time. Thank you a lot for coming on to the Sit Down podcast, man. You know, off top, I just there's just some things that I've always wanted to say to you, you know? Like you're like one of the most influential, like not just artists, but figures in hip hop culture, and like you, and I mean this in the most respectful way, like you brought in that trolling, you know, how can I say, like how to do that online, how to do it right. But like, you know, in the modern era, it kind of went away from what you created, because just the level of intellectualness and just the way you engage with it and just the way you operate, you know, everything is message based, no matter how like wild it seems. Like I guess ultimately, like what is the fight that you're fighting? What is like the message, like
So what it is I understand the system of fan perspective. So in order to get people to listen to you, you kind of gotta be lit. People don't listen to people without numbers.
Right.
So earlier in my career, I started to realize I gotta find a way to get the numbers without going through the machine.
The machine as in the
As in,
labels?
like there's an artist combine. You see it. You see Funk Flex.
Oh, okay.
Power. You feel me? They go through Funk Flex. They go to Sway in the morning. They go Double XL. You say
Breakfast Club.
It's a combine.
Yeah. Right.
How could I do that without going through the combine? And one thing I learned about life is no matter what, people like to laugh. Right? No matter what, people love to laugh. So
right.
Some of the shit I do, it may be irritating to some people, but to some people it's completely hilarious.
Right.
But on top of me being irritating, I kind of slide the message inside of being irritating.
Yes. And like I feel like yes, like the antics may, like how you said, it makes you pop more in a sense, but that's not the essence of Daylyt.
Yeah, no, it's not.
You know?
Because the difference between me and most people that do it, they do it because they kind of need to do it in a scenario where they're not talent-based.
Right, that's a crutch.
If we drop every antic that I ever did, I'm still top 5 rappers ever.
Absolutely. You're one of the most gifted rappers on the planet. Yes.
It's not like I'm just like a whack dude that's doing funny shit to get in position.
Right.
You feel me?
You know, like, I mean, the biggest case that we could see is like 6ix9ine. Like, he trolled his way straight to prison. It's a sad thing. But like, just I don't want to talk about just like the way you behave, because your music is way too good for all that shit. You know, Adrenochrome is probably one of the craziest songs I've ever heard in my life, and like I put it up there with like kind of like that shock value that like the first time you get when you hear like Dance with the Devil by More Technique, you know? Exactly. It's just like that, and like I feel like you know, the people who really like take the time to listen to you and like, you know, it's such a different perspective than what you would see if you only pay attention to the viralness of everything. And like there's like a big how can I describe, like there's a big lyrical just capability that you have that a lot of people don't have, and even sometime in the West Coast wasn't really lyric based either.
But I think the West Coast was always lyrical. We just got marketed different.
Like the Drake era?
Yeah, like my brother, Crooked Eye, you know, there's a lot of people that was crazy back in the day.
Yeah.
But like when the West Coast, they sold Ice Cube, they sold the world Snoop, they sold the world these type of rappers. Right. They sold the world Lolo music because it was more packageable. Right. Cali is a nice vibe, palm trees, smoke weed, chill out. But there was always lyrical people on the West Coast, you feel me?
Yeah.
We just never really got the credit for it. Like,
do you think is it because in the West Coast the easy marketable thing is the laid back cool party vibes, and once that
West Coast is hippie world, bro. Like,
right.
You feel me? It's like go to the beach and smoke. Like,
absolutely. You know, you're pretty close with like a lot of like the heavyweights out west. You being a heavyweight yourself. One of my favorite things to pay attention to is like whenever you and Punch get to communicating like on Twitter or whatever, like
it's epic, bro.
I'm just there like, okay, what are they talking about? I'm trying to decipher
bro,
it.
bro, like, it's so wild because I had to learn how to read Punch language. Like, Punch the type of person who'll tell you no and mean yeah. Right? So he'll get on Twitter and be like, hello, sir.
Right.
And I'd be like, what the fuck? How did he know? Like, I could post something in a secret group that he don't know about, and he'll know. Like, bro, Punch, I'm gonna tell you something about Punch, bro. He's magical, bro.
Oh, absolutely, I believe it.
He's like Professor X, bro.
I believe it. He's one of my idols. I definitely look up to him big time.
And like I said, he's another he's a lyricist, bro.
Oh yeah. Like, I'm trolling him on his comment section. I'm like, I want that album. I
bro,
need that album.
I heard the project like at least about 10 times. He's gonna go in people's top 5s, bro.
I know he is. I got a lot of faith in him. And all the little sample sizes that I've gotten, like he's on a few Ab-Soul tracks, like bro. You know, there's so much tremendous talent there. You seem to have like a relationship with a lot of people in the TDE camp. Speaking of Ab-Soul, you were on These Days.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite albums too.
Yeah.
My Instagram name is actually These Days after that album.
That's dope.
But yeah, that battle was pretty captivating. And J-Rock, he's from Watts. You're from Watts.
Yeah, it's like my childhood friend too. Like, it's crazy, bro.
Right.
Like, I'm linked in with everybody, bro.
It's a beautiful thing.
Like, you know what I am to the rap game? I'm like an unlockable character.
And on what?
Like an unlockable character, like a DLC pack.
What does that mean?
Like an extra character. Like I'm like
unlockable.
Yeah, I'm like an extra character to the music industry. Like, I'm with everybody, but I'm not.
Right.
Like, it's like, because people are like, yo, is Daylyt underground? Is he mainstream? Like, what the fuck is he? Like, I'm just like, I don't really live in the game. Like,
but it's funny because like overall you're respected by every single body.
Yeah, everybody, bro.
You know, and again, like the fact that you can maintain like this high level of respect with everybody, like, you know, that matters really in hip hop culture. It really speaks a lot about your character.
Yeah.
And I think if people weren't to just like characterize you just by the and I'm not saying this is like the majority of people either, but like just by the antics, they would just do themselves a favor. Because like when people experience Daylyt, it's I mean, of course it's entertaining, but you really leave with a lesson like about yourself, about the world.
Like what I do with the antics, bro, I use it like fishing.
Right.
Like, I know if I throw my net out there, I'm gonna catch a bunch of fish.
Right.
Every fish is not gonna be the fish I wanna catch.
Right.
So if I do some wild shit and I get 500 people to look, and then fucking 400 people is like, Daylight's an idiot, but 100 people is like, no, I get it now.
Right.
That's all that matters, bro.
You know, when was it exactly that you realized like this is gonna be what propels it more than the music itself? Because like generally speaking, there was a point where music started to matter less for whatever reason.
Like I said, Crooked Eye is one of my like road dogs. Immortal Tech, you feel me? Tech Nine, Brother Lynch. Like I listen to all the quote unquote underground rappers. Shouts out to Royce and 5'9", who's mainstream but still not all the way.
Right.
And well, he's there, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I started to see it early. I started to see they're pushing lyricism in the corner.
Right.
And the industry is trying to muzzle the voice of the youth. So only way I can compete with these whack niggas is like not be whack, but be sparkly.
And, you know, I see that in the single that you just dropped, like last week, I think it was.
Exactly, real nigga shit, bro.
Exactly what we're talking about right now. You masked it, but you're just still like, you know,
bro,
it's ironic in a way.
It's so many people that's like, yo, this song is a hit. This is my favorite record, and I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Right. So truthfully, like the general fan mind has been dumbed down tremendously, bro.
Right. You know, do you feel like dumbing it down is something that only like an artist like you can do because you actually have like a strong enough message?
Yeah, but no, other people could do it too. They just don't want to.
What was that?
Other people could do it too.
They just don't want to?
They don't want to.
You know, because I hear you do like I know you got somewhat of a relationship with Drake, and I do hear you say like a few times, like in a couple of interviews, that you wish Drake would make a song that would change the world.
He could, bro.
You know, what do you mean by that exact? Because I feel like he might be listening to you a little bit because he made God's Plan.
Like,
but I don't know with that, you know, with what you asked.
If Drake made a song called Read a Book, Nigga read a book.
Right.
Everybody hit the library. Nigga read a. You know how many people will be at the library? Hundreds of thousands of people will be at the library.
Word. They'll have a Drake party in the library.
Bro, like, you gotta understand, like, when you're a rapper of that magnitude, you're technically a spellcaster, bro.
Spellcaster. You like just by off the influence
like,
that you carry.
People, you gotta think, if Drake posted his address,
Right.
people would try to get in his house,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary. So imagine if you told them to do something right. They will. And it's not just Drake, like it's everybody.
Everybody.
It's everybody at that plateau. Like, and I tell a lot of people that, like, they be like, yo, do you respect a lot of people, like, because they did so much for hip hop? And I tell them I don't. I don't care if you've been in hip hop 20 years. What have you been saying for 20 years?
Is it not? Is it bigger than hip hop in a sense where it's like yeah, you're doing this for hip hop, but what are you doing for the people?
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
it's like it's two people you doing. It's two things you're doing it for. You do it for hip hop, and I don't think hip hop gives a fuck about our people. And when I say our people, I mean like all races of the like lower class, right? And then you got people who do it for the people, that rap for the people, like Chuck D. You feel me? Public Enemy. You feel me? Talib Kweli. Mos Def, Common, Pharoah Martin, you know, like it's Black Thought. It's certain people that like I'ma use my voice for the people. Nas, shouts out to all these people that's fighting a war. Everybody else is like, I'ma just do this shit to make money, and then I'ma make everybody else feel like shit. Cause I'ma spend $80,000 on a watch.
you know, speaking about money, how do you feel about Jay-Z reaching billionaire status?
I think it's dope. I think Jay-Z is gonna do a lot of positive things with that.
Right. You know, I feel like for myself, like I definitely believe in capitalism. So like, I'm so happy to see Jay-Z like do his thing. But then there's people who try to like tear it down as far as like, oh, we don't need another billionaire. But I think for me, I don't know if it's because I'm too attached to hip hop to see it any other way. Because for me, it's like, okay, that's somebody from our culture that went and did it the biggest way possible. You know?
It's epic, man. Like, I think like, but I'm gonna tell you the problem is how they say, well, guess what? Jay-Z's a billionaire and nobody else ain't. He's better than everybody else. If Dr. Dre and Jay-Z put their money together, what's stopping them?
Yeah.
What's stopping Dre and Jay-Z from putting their money together to do something? What's stopping Jay-Z, Dre, and Oprah from putting their money together? What's stopping all black celebrities from putting their money together?
What do you think it is?
I know what it is, but I can't really say it. But they not gonna let that happen.
What do you think has to happen for that to happen, for like for that obstacle, for that wall to be shattered?
You know how they tell you wild shit like certain people sign contracts for certain shit?
Right.
Like they sold for certain shit. Right. I didn't believe it until I started getting in position. And I started saying, oh, you didn't necessarily sell your soul,
right,
but you like sold out.
Sold out.
Like you compromised and was like, they told me they'll give me XYZ long as I stay like this and not help XYZ.
Like, do you think, when you say they told me, do you mean that like literally, or do you mean that as far as like just the way contractually things are set up?
I think they have hitmen. I think it's all type of people in office. Like you better do this or else.
Right. Damn. Like that. Yeah. That's a dark thought. That's definitely a real dark thought.
I just wish, like all the black celebrities, right? Like how much money you think we'll have if we said, okay, all the NBA players put their money in the pot, all the football players put their money in the pot, all the baseball players, all the rappers, all the entertainers, everybody put their money in the pot. We could buy probably America.
Right. But it just doesn't happen.
It don't happen. They'll rather just look at my private jet. Oh, look at my private jet. Oh, look at my watch. Look at my watch. Like, but they got us with divide and conquer, bro. So I'm not happy that Jay-Z's a billionaire. I'm more mad at the fact that we are not a billionaire as a collective people.
I feel that. I think hip-hop culture has definitely become the center of everything that is American culture, generally.
But even with the hip-hop culture, like, there's things that I don't like about it, which is division. Like, I hate how real hip-hop artists don't work together.
What do you mean by that, real hip-hop
Why
artists?
haven't Lupe and Royce worked together? Why haven't you get what I'm saying? Like, you see all the mumble rappers working together?
Right. They're really buddy-buddy.
You see all the Young Thugs and Lil Uzis and everybody just, let's fucking have a good time. But you never see the rappers work together.
You know, I had like something similar that I was thinking about the other day. I was like, yo, like whenever like real lyricists get together now, it's not often that they really go at each other's necks, like on bar for bar shit. They respect each other.
Shouts out to Cole, because Cole is on some shit where he like, yo, I'm working with everybody.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna stand I'm the best bubble, or you feel me? I'm not gonna create this rapper bridge around myself to where I don't want to work with nobody. Shouts out to Cole.
Yeah, you know, like speaking of Cole and Kendrick, when they got on that Jeezy track, on paper I was like, oh my God, it's finally happening. You know, I'm gonna see this in bar for bar. J. Cole, it didn't really happen. Again, back to what you're saying, they don't really go for it.
Bro, it's weird, man. I think like even with Cole, like a lot of people are trying to find themselves in this new wave of music.
Word.
Right? You know, Cole is dabbling in the triplet flow a little more.
Absolutely.
You feel me? Like Eminem even dabbling in the triplet flow.
Eminem is an interesting case for me because I feel like for someone of his ability to put words together, I feel like he can't find that pocket that really just sticks in this era. He just can't find it.
It's over.
Dre's missing, or what do you think?
It's over.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over for him. Give it up.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to keep me hoping him because
No.
It's been like 3 albums.
We gotta accept people's greatness. You were great. You were at one point in time the best rapper in the game.
Right.
Leave it at that.
Right.
Like leave it at that. Like you don't have nothing else to prove. Like leave it
Absolutely.
at that. I think like we all to this day we all think Eminem is the best rapper ever. Like there's a lot of people that be like Eminem is the best rapper ever.
Word.
So leave it at that. Like it's like Jordan. Like when Jordan was on the Wizards. Like bro, chill. Like
word.
Like you missing dunks, bro. Like, and that's how I feel about Eminem last 4 or 5 features. It's been kind of like.
And I think that whole Kamikaze album, that was a bad look for him because it looked like he was just being emotional and reacting to like the criticism of the original album, you know. And that just really made me believe like, okay, I don't even think M like believes in his own greatness like anymore, that he can like.
He listening to the fans too much.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
He probably looking at his comments. They like, you don't got it no more, and you know it's a psychological warfare with Eminem.
Yeah, I bet so. Who are you fucking with out of the West Coast right now?
As far as up and comers or
up and comers, or
other than
like,
TD,
you know,
I don't fuck with anybody.
I mean, that's a great camp to
I fuck with Jag.
Jag is dope. Jag is dope.
Well, no, to be honest, I fuck with a select few niggas. I fuck with G Malone. It's my big dog. G Malone, Jag, Wild City Sticks.
What do you think about that track, Tupac Must Die?
I think it's doing exactly what it was designed to do.
I think so too.
Giving a different perspective.
Right.
On the scenario.
I think it was definitely, at first there was a lot of shock value to it, but then if you just really think about it contextually, like, it's nothing too shocking about it. He's telling the story and it was executed perfectly.
Yeah, executed perfect. It was epic.
Absolutely. It was definitely, I feel like it created a moment. That was like a West Coast moment.
Yeah.
Because Glasses Malone is obviously someone who's extremely credible and like extremely respectable. But yeah, Daylyt, I'm not going to hold you too long. Right? I know it's late. Thank you so much for coming out to the Sit Down podcast, man. This meant a lot to me. I appreciate you, man, a lot. Good luck with like everything else going on. Right. You're really like an inspiration. You're doing a lot of great work.
Most definitely,
and
bro.
like, I'm constantly inspired by you.
Appreciate that.
I appreciate you, my guy.
So with that being said, I'll plug my website before I go. Make sure y'all go to daylytofficial.com, DAYLYTofficial.com. Buy, support. All my music is there.
Yep.
I try to keep my shit off streaming services because I understand streaming services is gonna rape you blind.
Word.
So buy directly from me, and there you go.